Hey heroes, welcome in. We are your hosts for hire. I am Lucas Rand and this here is Kyle Cage. And today we got a real dope episode for you guys. It is our second request from one of you heroes out there. And I just want to give a big shout out to He Is Him 678. He's been commenting a lot on our videos. We've been having like a cool dialogue back and forth. And he suggested, because in one of our last videos, when we were talking about the Fantastic Four trailer, Kyle and I talk about kind of our dislike for the Doom casting, the Silver Surfer casting, the Pedro Pascal casting. And he suggested that we talk about who we would have liked instead. Right. And so we are making a video about it.
Yeah. Before we get into that, make sure to head over to Hosts4Hire podcast, Hosts4Hire with the number 4 podcast. We're trying to hit 10K subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, please help us get there. All right. First off, what is your I do want to start real quick. There are like a few fan castings that you see all over the
Right.
place.
The obvious ones.
Yeah, we'll start with Silver Surfer. One that I've seen all over is actually Keanu Reeves. Not so much anymore, but back in the day there was a lot, but
I don't
kind of
like that one.
before the long hair. Which to
I
be
want Keanu
fair,
Reeves to do anything, to be fair.
yeah,
But
and to be fair, like the way I look at it, Norrin Rad is kind of like a really chill, really like
it's
zen
fair.
character,
It's fair.
and who
But
embodies
like,
that, more than him
God,
in
I'm
real
trying to
life.
picture a
But
bald Keanu Reeves right now,
it's
and it looks
awful.
so wrong. It looks so
Yeah.
wrong.
No thanks. Another
uh,
big one I keep seeing is like Robert Pattinson, ironically enough, which again I don't see. I don't like that.
don't like
Which is
that.
weird.
Don't
But
like that
Randy
one.
Malek is one
That
that
one I
I
like.
can see
Can see.
and I see all over the place. Yeah.
Yep. Can see that one. I like that one. He wouldn't be like my number one. And like obviously there was like a lot of people talking about like Cillian Murphy for Doom. That was like
Mhm.
everyone's like blanket like number
Yeah,
one,
if we were to get
right?
the casting that the fans wanted, that would be it. If
That
they
would have been it.
actually listened to what fans
I'm
wanted as
hoping that they're
castings,
doing
we
some
would have been
funky shit with RDJ's Doom and it's gonna like all wrap around. It's gonna be some masterful masterpiece. I'm like I'm
fingers crossed
holding
here.
hope beyond hope that that's
Yeah.
what it's gonna be.
But other than those,
Without
who
that though, Cillian Murphy, man.
yeah.
Let's start at Silver Surfer. For me,
Yeah.
I think what's his name? Peter Mensa. He was in
Mm.
Avatar 300, Gladiator.
The new Gladiator movie, yeah.
Uh, I don't know
I
why.
see it. He's the
When,
messenger. He's Xerxes' messenger in 300.
yeah,
I've
yes.
watched that movie
When
so
he
many
is
times.
him
Yeah.
asked us, and I like put a thought to it. It was the first actor that came to my mind, and I didn't know his name, and I had to like find him. And I was like,
Mhm.
it's that guy, like that guy from 300. I just think he would look so good. I don't know.
No, I
You guys
definitely
look him
see
up
that.
and tell us if you agree with that.
Yeah, I definitely see that. One going along the same vein, kind of a similar looking person, maybe a little bit like bigger of a person, is a guy named Ricky Whittle. He was in American Gods. Um, I think he would also kill it, mainly because that the character that he plays in that show is a very stoic, very kind of
Oh yeah,
standoffish. And
I
not
see
only
it.
does he look like he look good, I think he would portray him well. As
This dude is extraordinarily jacked. Uh,
that's what I was saying. He's like a big dude though. That's the only
uh,
downside to him is
but
he's
it's good.
like
Like
almost
he just looks like ripped. Like I feel like if they like put like the like full silver, like where it's just like skin tight almost, where it just looks like it's like a coating over his
yeah.
skin. Uh,
Yeah, I think he would be good as
look
Luke
pretty dope.
Cage as well. I think
Ooh.
him and Michael Coulter or whatever, they both
Yeah.
would
Oh,
be like
dude, he's
really
so
good for
good
him.
though. He's so
Yeah,
good though.
you
He's
you
so
can't
good
top
though.
that. It's
Yeah,
great.
he's
Um,
great.
there was another one that I thought of, but unfortunately, I guess fortunately or unfortunately, it's the guy who they cast to play Wonder Man in the upcoming
Oh,
Wonder Man
oh,
series. His name's like Yaya something.
he would be good too. I actually
Yeah,
like him a lot.
he was
He's a really good actor.
he was Black Manta in the Aquaman movie.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You and I had talked about Aldous Hodge too, but Aldous Hodge, I got to put my foot down on that one, dude. Aldous Hodge has to be Hawkman. He was so good. He was so
Yeah.
good. We
please
need
can we
more
get
of
him
that.
back? Like
James Gunn, hear
James
the
Gunn.
message of the peoples. The people be asking, and we're
It's
asking
all we
for
want. It's
odds.
all we want.
Yes, for like, and he's
Yeah.
a fantastic actor, and he just like
Um,
he looked that part so dope, dude.
yeah.
Oh,
Another one that I think would look good. He's a little too small for the role. Like conversely to Ricky Whittle, he's a little too like short. Is Tay Diggs? Yeah, he was in like Rent and Chicago. He's like I don't know. It's he was in a lot of things. But yeah, I think Tay Diggs
oh
would do
yeah,
really well.
oh
He's
yeah,
just
he
a
looks
little
really good.
short. He's just a little
Yo, this
small.
dude was a new girl.
Yeah, yeah, he was
He was a new girl. He's the dude that she brings home to get revenge on Nick.
yep.
Uh, that's great. All right, I love
Of
that.
course you'd remember
Yeah,
that.
I love
Yeah.
that show so much. I love that show so much. Uh,
Yeah.
but
So I think those would be
he's
the
really good,
I think those would
actually.
all be my yeah, I think all the ones you mentioned, all the ones I mentioned, I think any of those would be great
I really only
a
mentioned one.
sorry, as
You
a
mentioned a whole
Nor
bunch of them. Mine was just Peter
yeah.
Mensah because like he's like locked. I don't know. He's locked in my
Yeah,
head
and
as
Rami
what it should be.
Malek. You did
Yeah,
mention Rami Malek. He'd be
that's right.
good.
That's
And
right.
I agree with that one as well. But uh the and to be to clear things up, this is for we're talking about Norrin Rad.
Yes,
Specifically Norrin
right.
casting Norrin Rad. We
Lauren
know
Red.
that Chala Ball is the character coming forward.
Yes,
It's
and it
maybe
might
not
seem a little
Norrin Rad.
sexist that like we're like only casting men. It's just like it's hard to explain this. Kind of I've talked about it on this podcast before. Like we love and usually are on the side of gender swapping, race swapping, all that shit. Like it usually doesn't matter. And in this case, I don't know that it's going to matter either because I haven't seen the movie. So I'm waiting to reserve judgment till then. However, Norrin Rad Silver Surfer to Lucas, the person, is just so formative. It's like it means just like so much because like me and my dad would like just bond over it. Um, so just
I
to
learned
me,
and
Silver
personally
Surfer is Norrin Rad, and that's
yeah, and
why this is
I
what we're
learned
doing.
a lot of you know the original Silver Surfer show had a lot of lessons
Oh,
for
dude,
kids, and it was like I learned a lot about morality from Norrin Rad. It's just it's important, you know.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
He's
important
one of the
character.
few characters that's just like locked in my mind. It like like um to me it would be like Steve Rogers almost. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Even though I love Peggy Carter and I love that version of the character, and we have talked extensively of what if how much cooler she is than the version of Steve Rogers we've gotten in the MCU. Um, but yeah, it's just like one of those things. So please don't attack us. We love women and all of those things. Uh, but
Yeah.
on that same vein, Doctor Doom, my first casting, Jessica Alba. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. Jennifer Gardner, all right? She can instead of Elektra, it's a variant of Elektra that
I
becomes
lo-
Doctor Doom.
that's good. That's good. But
But
for real, other than Cillian Murphy, let's put that one on the table, because that's
Mhm.
obviously like the one.
It's gonna be most people's number one.
Uh, I have a few names here. I have
You're gonna butcher
Aragorn
this, dude.
himself,
Oh yeah.
Viggo Mortensen.
Okay, I didn't think you were gonna butcher that one, but yeah, that one too. I guess Viggo Mortenstein.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
not. There's
sorry.
a sunny. There's a sunny quote. That's Viggo Morgenstein.
It's locked in
So
my head.
it messes us up whenever we try to pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure it's just Vigo Mortensen. I'm pretty
Viggo
sure that.
Mortensen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Vigo
I'm
Mortensen.
sorry,
Let us
Viggo
know if
Mortensen.
that's
I love
wrong.
you. You're in my heart forever as Aragorn, and I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. Uh, but I think that he would have done a good job. Honestly,
I
that
agree.
that that one's kind of like out of left field.
hmm
I I know that. I don't
What's
want to.
interesting is there's two different like versions, I guess, of Doom. Like whether he's gonna be, whether you'd want him to be like a younger Doom or one closer to Pedro Pascal's age, which it seems like that would make more sense within this
Right.
universe. You know.
You know what? Do you know the Fantastic Four cartoon from like 2005 or like 2002? I kind of forget which one. Um,
Yes.
there's that version of Doom where he's more slender. He's got like the like big long green cape. He never removes
Mm.
the mask. That is like slightly important to me. Like I almost wouldn't mind, and you guys stick with me here. Like Doom being just a voice actor. Like the
An
mask doesn't
experienced
come
voice
off. I know
actor
that
who maybe
Marvel
has voiced him in the
themselves just
past.
never does this. Marvel takes Spider-Man's mask off a million and trillion, quadrillion times a movie. So much that they had to make a movie making everyone on Earth forget about Peter Parker so that he could have a little bit more actual Spider-Man-ness to him.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that Marvel, like, this could be a really good way to lose that. I'm hoping that, like, if RDJ's version does that, where he just never removes the mask and it's just Robert Downey Jr.'s essence behind Doom, I would get 100% on board with it.
Mhm. That's
So I
obviously not
actually
going to
am
happen.
of that would be my number one. I actually think before, like, even before Cillian Murphy would be like a
You know
really
what's funny?
experienced voice actor
I
never
actually also
taking the
have
mask
that
off.
down. Yeah, I also have that down because I don't know. There's something about Doom
It's the
wanting to,
ominousness.
yeah, to put out a Doom aura. Like
Yeah,
he has, like, out of all the characters in Marvel, his
that
aura
boy's
is
got
so
aura.
important to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
and well, it's important to him. He's
yeah,
aware of it. He knows
right.
that Doom must be respected,
Yeah, Doom's
and
word is
he has
law.
to ensure that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that was what I would want. Like, so, like, to me, and also all caps when you spell the man's name has
Mm.
to be on in the background at one point when Doom comes out.
Yes.
I'm a
I
simple
believe
man.
I
I
believe there was
have simple
I
ones.
think it was a comment that we got or something you had told me that had said that when Doom is introduced, that MF Doom better be playing in the
That's what I'm saying.
background.
All caps
Yeah,
needs to be
all
on.
caps. Yeah,
Needs to be
by
on
MF Doom. Yep.
in the background. Otherwise,
There's no other option.
there would not be a bigger ball dropped than not having that on at one scene with Doctor Doom.
Yep.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being
Another
said, Kyle,
another
what's one of your
I was about to say another casting that I kept seeing that I think would be pretty good is Adam Driver. Kylo Ren, I think he'd be an alright young Doom, like kind of like a younger version of Doom,
let me chew
more
that.
closer to the age of the one that we got in the Fantastic Four 2015 movie.
I don't know how I feel about the Adam Driver one. I was
Yeah.
chewing on it. I was chewing on it. And I like him as an actor, but, like, I gotta say that I did not like his Kylo Ren, not one bit.
Yeah, I
So,
mean that wasn't a
like,
very well written character though,
yeah,
but
fair.
I've seen him in
Um,
other roles where I really think he could play a very
yeah,
good
maybe
villain.
I would just have to do that because, yeah, that
Yeah.
Kylo Ren role I didn't like it.
Mhm.
So that's got a bit of a taste in my
Yeah.
mouth.
But like you said, my number one would also be an experienced voice actor, maybe one who's voiced him in the past in that, one of the ones who's done it in video games or shows or
Well, there's
something.
there's amazing voice actors out there, dude. Like, there's
Thousands
voice
all over the
actors
place.
that can do, like, really amazing things. Like, case in point, like Andy Serkis. Not that he's a
Mm,
voice actor, um,
yeah.
but, like, what he can do with his voice is so iconic. That his, like, niche.
Yeah, that's what keeps him employed.
And there's so many people like that, dude, that we could, like, have in these types of, like, really prolific roles that can maybe even elevate, like, the, like, job of voice acting a
Yeah,
bit.
and it goes
You know?
along with something you talk about all the time when it comes to castings in general for comic book roles. It's having people we've never heard of or people who aren't massive names
Yep.
who are going to cost a bunch of money and take away from the budget. That's the
Yep.
other thing. Like RDJ's great. He cost $50 million.
Yeah.
Like,
Hi,
that's
Hachi
a
Machi.
that's crazy. Like whereas they could pay someone significantly less to do as good of a job or better
And,
even
like,
in
something
some
that's always
cases.
important to me too is the people who care. Like,
Mhm.
it shows so much. That's why I'm so excited for James Gunn's DC, because James Gunn is a person who
Mhm.
cares. He cares about the source material. He
Like
cares that, like,
Darth
that
Maul in the
shit
Clone
is,
Wars was iconic because Sam
dude.
Witwer
Sam's
cares
dude.
so deeply about that character.
Him.
Star
I
Wars is
want
one of
him
his
as
favorite.
Doom.
Oh, that's a great. How did we not think of that? That's
Him, dude.
great.
He's the one.
Sam Witwer for Doom. That's both of us
You
locked it in right
guys,
now.
that's a
Whether it's
good
voice
one,
acting
bro.
or not, whether he takes his mask,
Yeah,
which I hope he wouldn't take his mask off still and just voice act, but like
yeah.
he is so good.
But yeah, like, that is would be cool to me if we got a Doom that has, like, the scarred up face, and,
Mhm.
like, is ashamed, like, he doesn't take the mask off. Maybe we see him, like, in a personal scene take the mask off as the audience, but, like, having the
Mhm.
other characters in the world never see Doom's face. That's like important to Doom, that people
And
don't
to
see his face.
keep the facade of the
You
air
know,
of mystery, you know.
God, that would be good, bro.
Yeah, oh, Sam Witwer. Let us know in the comments how you feel about
Yeah,
that. Is if that's locked in, because man, that would
that's
be
good,
great.
dude.
That'd be
We
great
found
to
that one
see.
organically. We hadn't even thought
Yeah,
of
we
that.
had
That
never
just
discussed
freaking
that one
like
before.
dropped in. That's good, dude.
All right. Well, I wanted to give out one more shout out to He Is Him 678. Thank you so much. You are now our second honorary superhero. If you want to become an honorary superhero, give us a suggestion in the
Yes,
comments below. Let us know what you want
elevate
us
from
to talk.
heroes to superheroes.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be casting. It could be anything that you want
Yeah,
to hear us talk about. Any
for real.
subject, any topic, anything that you find interesting that you think we would find interesting. Let us know. We'll do some research. We'll see if we want to, if we can make an episode
Yeah, we
on it.
hope that these casting thing choices that we have put out at least like put out some like interesting thoughts in your head, you know, or like some interesting imagery of what these actors would have looked like in these roles.
Yeah, that's all we
Um,
really want is to get you thinking,
yeah,
to get you working on help us make the content better just by thinking about it and putting it out there in the world. That's the first step to making changes is having the thought and putting it out there. So we do
absolutely.
appreciate you guys stopping by again at Hosts4Hire podcast on all socials, and we will catch you with the next one.